Welcome, friends. Barbara Belmont here from barbaraebelmont.com. And I want to tell you about something really exciting because I did a body code session way back, and actually, it's like 3 months ago. And it was on a relationship that I had in the past, and that we had a breakup. He lived in another state. And really, the truth is that I wasn't willing to go to his state. He wasn't willing to come to my state. And we argued on the phone and we broke up. And I hadn't talked to him since then. This was about 20 years ago. And so the reason why I'm bringing this up now is that recently, 3 months ago, I thought I saw a person who looks like him. And then I found out that he had passed away a few years ago. And I was unaware of that. And I felt sad. I felt I felt bad because I didn't know that. But I thought that would be a perfect situation to do, perfect issue to do on a emotion code, body code, maybe belief code. And I did. And let me tell you, and I'll tell you really quick, I did, and I released um, quite a bit. But let me tell you, the when I did that session, within 3 to 7 days, I had so much energy that hadn't gotten in touch with for quite a while. I was starting to update my newsletter that I have. I was starting to update um, my I have a newsletter. I have a website, as many of you know, as barbaraebelmont.com. And I was really decluttering my computer. It just was like, so this is the effect of, like, it wasn't in regards to him, supposedly, but these are the things that people notice. And the other thing is that right now, if I thought of him, I am just really settled and I have no regrets. It just happened. Um, and I've been able to, I believe, process this and move forward and not have anything held back from it. It happened. Uh, that's unfortunate. And but I feel like I have closure, is what I'm trying to say. And that's affected my current relationships in regards to not, I feel more settled. And it's just a really, that's what can happen. So let me tell you, from that, the imbalances that I released. First one, I'm just looking at my notes here because I wrote them really quick. I had a negative broadcast message of fight me. Then I had a miasm that came from my dad. And I don't know what's that about, but it was something that he experienced that he wasn't able to resolve. It's a sickness, it's an inherited sickness memory, which can be kind of an emotional thing as well as a physical thing. I had a common trapped emotion of panic, which I remember at the time when we're on the phone, I had this panic. And I was able to release that, and as well as a toxic sound of negative words. And that was eye opening because we had a phone call and we were having words. So I had this toxic sound energy that was still stuck in my brain, or in my, most of the time it's in the brain, of negative words. And it felt really good to have that gone. And then the other piece was I had a spirit break, which is it's typically called a broken heart. And then from there, the associated imbalance of that, well, first of all, I had my spirit heart was only connected at 54%, and we want it to be 100% and healed. But I had an associated imbalance of an organ communication. So this organ communication is, I had one of my organs, the interstitium, was feeling the negative effects of depression, and I hadn't processed that out of my interstitium. And when you look up the definition, those of you want to look up the definition, it's just that fluid filled space that's throughout our body, which I had depression throughout that. So this feels really good to have all of that released. And it's been, like I said, almost 3 months, and I still feel the effects of this because I was able to contact the person who helps me with my website. We were updating some things. She was helping me again with some newer things that are coming down that helps for security and things like that. So these things are what can happen after one session when we work on this. But a lot of times things happen over time, and you just notice those effects over that because it's not something that happens overnight, but it's just really wonderful. So I am going to post this, and then those of you who would like to see the session, because it is quite lengthy and there's a lot of pauses, and things like that, because as I'm doing the session, as you know, and if you'd like to see the whole thing, you'll be able to click on it in this today. So again, if you need to reach out to me, barbaraebelmont.com. I'd love to hear from you. I offer free consultations, and see if we connect. If not, I will refer you to someone else who can help you. So have a wonderful day. Bye now.